Jake. In my work at Waterloo, I deal with customer inquiries, and best of all, I help to let our homes. There is a real demand for homes like ours. Thankfully, due to funding support from our business partners, we are creating hundreds of new homes each year.
But it's not just about the numbers, Jake. It's about restoring a sense of pride in a place.
That's true. Just like what's happening at Monarch Park, a regeneration project in Cannock, Staffordshire.
Well, to see this site as I can see it now, it's a revelation, if you like, to me, because I used to be, in the last 5 or 6 years or so, be a little ashamed of the outlook on the estate itself. It had become so run down. It didn't detract from the people that lived there, the ones that were left, but at the same time it needed development. We went into partnership with Lovells and Waterloo. We wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise. It's quite close to Cannock Chase, and there's nobody more pleased than myself as one of the ward councillors to see how the estate has developed from there. It's absolutely magnificent. My wildest dreams wouldn't have thought that it was going to turn out like it has done.
Since moving here, it's a lot easier, and we've got access to nearer shops, nearer park, able to walk to our family and walk back rather than having to get in the car, so we're getting lots of exercise. From what I can remember, this site was to how it is now. It's a proper, very good development. It's a mixture of people, of age groups, different backgrounds, and it's come to the fact now that it's really, really nice. Well, since moving here, me and the children and my mum are a lot happier because there's no more travelling. We're in a nice house, big house, and we're happy, aren't we, children?
Yeah.
With the dog. With me dog.
All nice and safe.
Our new homes are a mix of those for rent and for sale. Around 3/4 are rented and the rest are sold through shared ownership.
But it's not just about the numbers, Jake. It's about helping more people to realise their dreams and get onto the housing ladder.
Yes, helping someone buy a home locally benefits them and the life of their local community, just like at Monarch Park in Cannock.
Looking to set up a home for myself and part-time for my son, who's still a student at university. The property I'm buying is a 2-bedroom semi-detached property, and shared ownership is the way in which I'm buying my new home. It's really an ideal opportunity for me because I don't have enough to be able to buy a property outright completely. So the opportunity to buy a share in a property and to feel that it is my home, and to be able to do with it pretty well much as I want in terms of decor and that sort of thing, but knowing that I've then still got the security of Waterloo Homes to actually make sure that the development is maintained in a right sort of way, and it's a pretty strong comfort to me. So I'm really pleased about that.
I organise a community brunch which is held on the last Friday of every month at the Chase Baptist Church in Chadsmore, where the organisations, agencies, councillors, businesses all come along to share information with residents. I've looked around the development myself, and I think it's a really amazing development, and I'm sure people will be very happy moving in here and getting to know each other, people from different backgrounds and different ages. I think that keeping communities very much alive is very important, and developments like this are critical to have in your area to keep all these families together.
I started here as an apprentice, working towards an MVQ level 2 in customer service. The apprenticeship has really helped me, and I'm now a permanent member of staff. Building homes supports plenty of jobs too.
But it's not just about the numbers, Jake, it's about the value too. As for every pound spent on housing construction, adds around £3 back into the local economy.
Yes, building homes creates so much more. income, skills and training for young people.
We're recruiting within the area itself. We're taking on apprentices, but we've also took on forklift drivers, labouring operatives, and obviously all the resource that comes to build the houses that we're building coming from a nucleus of suppliers that are local to the area. So we've got a radius of about 20 miles. The suppliers that are within that 20 mile will be distributing stuff for us to use. Jack in our background here is one of our apprentice carpenters. He's in here at the moment just doing some finalising work.
People like Waterloo working with Lovell to make more houses, which is more job security for myself and other tradesmen. It's important that we're building affordable homes for the future generations such as myself when I can afford a house.
Building homes is also about building local partnerships, so the right homes are built in the right places. Across the Midlands, we're building homes in a whole number of areas.
But it's not just about the numbers, it's about helping people to stay living local where they want to be.
Yes, and sometimes it's not just about building new homes, but about refurbishing old ones so that they're as good as new. That's what we've done at Hilltop Village in North Warwickshire.
I've always lived in the village from when I was about 2. I moved out for a bit, then we got offered a house up Hilltop at number 29, and when we got offered that they told us that they were going to do renovation work on the properties, and we had to move over the road for a few months while they'd done the property over this side for us, but you got to see your house at the end of it. We've got the herb garden now and the vegetable patch, so we can plant our own things. We don't have to keep going out buying things. We can just help ourselves to stuff in the garden.
It's a lot more friendly and it's more spacious and it's basically a lot better, and I'm glad that they did it.
These were miners' cottages built about the 1900s for the miners. We were looking at schemes to try and renovate ex-coal board properties, and one of the suggestions was that we knock them down and start again, but the tenants and residents weren't very happy with our approach, so then we started looking for alternative answers. Then we went to Waterloo and put it to them, and they come back and said yes, they'd be interested. From the Homes and Community Agency, and we also got a low carbons grant as well. We put solar panels on the roofs, heat source pumps in the ones where we couldn't fit solar panels, but we couldn't have done it without the tenants or the residents or Waterloo, and particularly the council staff. I mean, projects like this don't just happen overnight, you know, they take a lot of planning and to get done. The tenants and the residents are very happy with the end results, and I'm very happy with the end results, and I think, you know, it could be used in other areas where, you know, perhaps demolition ain't always the answer.
You don't need to do my job to know that lack of affordable housing is a problem for many people. Did you know the average home in the Midlands costs over 8 times the average wage? And it can be even worse in rural areas.
But it's not just about the numbers, Jake. It's helping people to thrive and keeping villages alive.
That's right. Providing affordable homes helps people to feel settled and happier in their surroundings.
I was brought up in this area and I like living here, and I think that's the biggest thing. We're happy. It's important to us to live close to where we work. My husband's a chef. He works in social hours, and we actually do only have one car between us. We couldn't afford a private rent in Kingsbury due to our income, so when the opportunity came up to move here, it was a godsend for me, because it means I can fit in, going to work, looking after Ethan, my husband working. Couldn't really ask for any more, but no, I love this house. If it wasn't for this development, these houses, we would probably still be living with my mum. I do think there is an attitude and a stigma against housing association houses, definitely. I get it myself whenever I tell people that I live in a housing association house, that you do feel that sometimes you have to justify why you live there. The majority of people that need to live in these houses are people that are working, they've got children, they've got families, and they just can't afford to private rent or a mortgage. I would say to anybody, the councils or the districts that are looking at affordable housing for people, is please do it.
Just a small number of new affordable homes can boost the local economy, supporting local businesses and services.
But it's not just about the numbers, Jake. It's about involving the community and building homes people can be proud of.
Overcoming opposition and winning over hearts and minds was certainly achieved in the Leicestershire villages of Dysworth and Long Watton.
There was community consultation which resulted in a housing needs survey and then the discovery of plots of land. As soon as it was announced that there would be 15 affordable homes in the 2 villages, there was a lot of objections to people who felt that they were going to be given to people outside of the villages. There was a feeling that they would not be attractive houses, but the representative did come and answer a lot of questions to local people and allayed a certain amount of fears that they were really worthwhile. We were totally convinced, and the parish council was from the start, that this was a very good thing for both the villages and it would benefit the community as a whole. The number of people who said, I could live in that house after they saw them being built, which was very nice.
Considering other people's needs certainly helps, as brothers Tom and Adam Miller know well.
Bungalow's helpful, it's good. Adam's not very good with stairs, are you?
Yeah, that's
true. You find it difficult. So it's nice all on one floor. There was a place soon after they were all built. Adam got the place and I was asked if I wanted to be a joint tenant and I thought it would be great. I'd been wanting to move out of my house for quite a while, looking at different options, and the only things that came to the same price as this house really, in terms of rent, were really small flats and apartments in Donington. Adam learnt to live independently at college, and having a house so close to my parents is fantastic for him, because if he ever needs help or support, they're there for him. And with me there as well, it's just perfect. Because when they were first being built, there were definitely a lot of negative things going around the village about how it might look and it not really fitting in with the village, but once it was finished, everyone was happy about it. And
yeah, what I do really like is more fresher and greener.
I love the location mostly. The village it's in is just fantastic, how quiet it is, and everyone's really friendly.
I'll just get some information for you.
Thank you.
It's good to be able to live independently. You don't want to worry about not being able to get around or having to move just because your home isn't suitable.
You know, Jake, sometimes it is about the numbers. We want to build more quality homes that stand the test of time.
It all adds up now. We need homes for people like Emma, who's waiting for a suitable home for her family, including her disabled son. Here's what happened when our development manager went to discuss the new house plans with her.
Hello. Come on in, you okay? Yes, good, thank you. And these are the plans.
Oh, great. It looks massive.
Nice big hallway, turn a circle, with a through floor lift that will take you upstairs.
That's great, because at the moment carrying you upstairs is one of the major problems.
This is the bedroom that we've earmarked for Caden, right next to the bathroom, so you'll be able to hoist him through into the bathroom as he gets bigger.
That's fantastic.
His needs change.
Yeah, I mean we struggle now bathing him and things, so in the future it's only going to get harder, so that's going to be really good.
Well, this is a house for the future and long term for Caden's needs.
That's it, it's got to be practical for Caden's needs, but then a family home as well. Yeah, it looks really good and we can't wait to move in. We're really looking forward to it.
It's home time for me. Let's hope tomorrow we can carry on building much needed new homes and handing over keys. There's nothing like offering someone a great place to live.